Right guys, back to our daily drive. Right, today we are in a car park and we're going to do bay parking. So I had a kind of request from one of my students during a lesson. Shout out to I've forgotten the tag they have on YouTube now, but or something Austin, or I've forgotten it now. Anyway, I keep forgetting it. Yeah, they're a huge Jane Austen fan. So ardently Austin, I think it is. There you go. But yeah, they want bay parking done, and also kind of the tips and tricks to fix the bay parking. So what I also often tell my students is, there's references and this and that you can use, but what's more important and what's most important is, can you fix the bay parking? Can you fix any maneuver if it goes wrong? So we'll go through that. I'll go through how to do it with the references in my car in case you are using something similar, and then I'll also show you how to fix it, hopefully, as well. So we're going to do forwards bay parking to start with. Okay, generally whenever you're doing bay parking, you're going to do one of two things. There are a few other methods, but you're going to either be in the middle when you're reversing, and you're going to be far away from the bays when you're going forwards. Okay, so whenever you go forwards, think of the first letter starts with F, so stay far. Okay, forwards for far, and also pick the first line. Everything begins with F, so forwards for far and first line. All right, so let's say we want to park in that bay which has got the hole in it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but we're going to go up to it. Okay, I'm just going to make sure it's safe around me. I've kept my distance, I'm not close to the bay, and my reference is roughly this door handle lines up with the first line. So I'm going to make sure that car's not coming. I'm going to look around, make sure it's all safe around me, and then I'm going to turn it and go into the bay when they have gone. Okay, and they're looking at me in a weird way. So we're going to go in, and we're just going to slowly keep an eye on this white line here as a guideline, and then keep an eye on all the bays and lines. So now as I'm coming in, I'm slowly just going to straightening up, because I've got a feel that it might be over a little bit. And now I use my little round mirror to make sure the back of the car's in. I use my round mirror there, and so both my tires are in the car, in the bay. Easy. Okay, you need to make sure you are seeing a bit of a gap between you and the lines. Okay, you don't want to be on the lines. It can be acceptable, but I'm not going to say it is, because some examiners might be against it, but I know generally examiners will allow it. But don't do that. So if you can fix it, make it better, come out and sort it out. Okay, so that's bay parking forwards done well, if that makes sense. Okay, so correctly. So now I'm going to reverse out, and I'm going to face that direction. Now I'm going to face that direction. Okay, and some students get confused which way to steer. So now one way to remember, the bleeping in the car is going to annoy you guys. So when you are in reverse gear starts with R, so think about the rear of the car. Okay, so when you're in forwards facing gear, like drive, so forward gear, okay, then you think of the front of the car, starts with F. Very easy. Okay, these are just little ways to remember in case you get confused. But I want my car to face that direction. That means my back of the car has to do this. So as I'm reversing, I'm going this way. So if you look at my hand, I'm coming around and I'm doing that. Okay, so whichever way my back or the rear of the car needs to go, that's the way I need to turn. So if I want to face that direction, and I want the back of the car to go that way, because then the front will face that direction, so I'm going to turn and it's going to go like that. So if I'm going that direction, let's have a look around. So the examiner could say to you now, reverse out and face that direction. So now I know I want the back of the car to go like that, so I'm facing that way. Okay, so have a look around. I'm going to reverse gear before steering, by the way. Okay, really important, because say for example I steer and I steered it wrong. Okay, at least I'm now going backwards. But if I steered it wrong and I'm in the wrong gear, I'm in drive for example, I've done the correct steering, I'm looking around, and oh look, that's what can happen. You go accidentally into something in front. So reverse gear, or gear first, look around, get the steering afterwards, and then come back. Really important. Okay, gear first, remember that please. All right, so now we're going to come all the way out, and I stop when I'm straight. Okay, straighten the wheel up, really easy. Change my gear, and now I'm going to go and do reverse gear, reverse bay parking. So that was forwards. okay? I'm going to do reversing now. So reversing in my car, I've got a little reference point where the sponge lines up with the white line, and you'll end up in the third bay back, okay? So let's say, for example, now I'll do it on this side because then you can see the bays a lot clearer. So if I'm going into this bay right here, okay, with this little thingies in the ground, okay, I want 2 spaces ahead and the last line, okay? So let's count that all together. That's the bay I want to go into. So space 1, space 2, and the last line is my reference point, which I line up with. For me, it's just a door sponge, okay? So I'm going to line it up roughly with that, okay? I'm now going to go into reverse gear, okay? I'm now going to have a look around me, see if it's all safe, and I'm going to then turn the wheel, okay? So I've done the gear first, then I do the wheel, okay? I'm coming around nice and slow, looking around, keep checking. Now from the camera I can tell I'm going to be in. I'll take my phone off there, right? You can tell I'm going to be in a second, and I'm going to use those round mirrors. They are my favorite mirrors, and I'm going to use those ones as well. Now I'm in, okay? You got the seagulls behind watching how we do the bay park, and as I'm straight, I'm just going to go straight back and nice and gently come back. If you need adjustments, make a few adjustments here and there. Red line comes to the end and I stop. Really simple, done. So wheel is straight, press park to finish off, job done, okay? So that's reversing. That's both done. That's forwards and reversing now done like in the proper way, no errors, no nothing. Okay, so now we're gonna go and do a forwards bay park, and we're gonna get it wrong, okay, deliberately. Really easy. So let's go out, okay, let's go this side. So if I want to park in I'm just gonna reverse back, there's no one around me, okay? So let's say I want to park now on the left hand side. I need to position far, so I'm going to be over here. I'm going to position my car in this lane, make sure no one's coming, and now I've got my reference. Say for example I'm going to line up with this first line. That means I'll go into that bay. Let's make an error. I'm going to go forwards now, okay? There's a car coming behind, so I'm just going to wait for them, put my hazard lights on, good, so they know I'm not going anywhere. All right, so I'm going to go further a little bit, so I'm going to get it completely wrong. My reference is out, and now let's just say I turned in, okay? Looking around, no one's coming. You can signal if you want to as well, okay? Now look, I'm totally messed up with the bays, right? Stop when you are straight. Number one thing, straight car, straight wheel. It makes life a lot easier, trust me. Okay, now I can't tell kind of where I am. I can't see the lines properly in that mirror, can't see in this mirror. That means I need to fix this big time. So I'm going to reverse gear first. I don't need to turn, and I don't want to turn yet. What I want to do is just come straight out of the bay. So if I'm wrong, I'm just going to come literally straight out and just drive in. Really easy. Just come straight out and drive into your bay. Not hard at all. So I'm going to look around, make sure it's safe. I'm going to go back. You're allowed to go back as far as the bay behind you. So I'm going to go back all the way to that line there. Okay, red line comes up to it and stop. Now, what you do now is you decide which bay am I more in. Am I more in that bay or am I more in that bay? Okay, it doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't matter if you pick the other one, okay? But it's just less work when you're in one bay mode. So I'm more in that bay at the moment, so I'm going to go into that bay. So I'm going to turn more than I usually think. So I'm going to turn. I'm just going to use those lines as a guideline. It's just a reference and a guideline, and then I'm going to try and be as straight as possible. Straight car, straight wheel. Always do that, okay? Really important. Look in my mirror, I'm in. Look in my mirror, I'm in. How easy was that to fix? Let's try that again. I want to mess it up on purpose now. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. I come back and we are gonna go into, let's say, that bay again with that hole in the middle. You can see it, no one's behind me. I'm going to reverse back. So let's say I'm lining up, okay? I'm lining up, and say I get it wrong, okay? I go further ahead. Okay, I'm looking around, I'm going to turn into the bay, okay? And looks like I might get in, but so let's see if I can get it wrong perfectly there. Right, let's see, that's good. All right, so now look in the round mirror. I'm literally touching the line. I hope you guys can see it because I'm trying to point the camera to it, but I don't know if you can see it. So it's just really close to the line, and this one is a little bit far from the line, okay? So what I'm going to do now, let me just adjust that mirror actually. So there we go. That should be a little bit easier to see. There we go. That's better for my students as well, okay? So now you guys can see that. All right, so now what do I want to do? I want to, number one, reverse gear, straight up, done. Number two, I'm going to look around and I'm going to go straight. I'm not going to turn, okay? Slowly back. There is no rush. Remember, you can go all the way back to the line behind you, to the bay behind you, I should say. And as soon as I get close to it, I'm going to gently stop, okay? Gear first. Now pop my head up. I'm going to see the line and I can feel that I'm a little bit this side. So I'm going to turn this way. Make sure no one's coming. Really easy, super simple, and just drive in. And done. I'm in the bay. I'm in the bay. Look at that. Okay, so that's how you fix it when you are going forwards. Forwards is just really easy. I'm not kidding you. Suppose I did it without even any references. It's the same method. You just go in, reverse out, fix it. I'll do it without a reference, okay? Now, with experience, you don't even need a reference. You're going to end up literally just driving in and fixing it if you need to. But with judgment, you do it all in one go. So let's try and get into a bay. And let's say I want one of those bays. I'm not going to do any decent referencing. I'm just going to throw it in and get it wrong. Let's go in. No one's around. And I stop when I'm straight. Not worried that I'm in or not, because I can tell I'm not. Okay, safely back, all the way back, and we stop. And then I pop my head up, look at the lines. I'm in this one, just got to turn in a bit and fix it. How simple is that? You get one minor for fixing it. It's not a big deal, people. Do not overthink this. It's so easy. Think how easy this was just done now. You guys can all do it, okay? If I can do it, you can do it, okay? I've got experience. It doesn't matter. If you just follow this method, you'll have the same experience. All right, so now we're gonna go reversing. Okay, so now when we did reversing last time, my reference was my sponge, okay, over here. And I picked, say I want to park here with this little drain is, I don't know if you can see it. We're going to pick that bay to reverse in. I'm going to get it wrong on purpose now. So I want 2 spaces ahead. 1, 2, last line. You can count 3 lines, by the way, as well, like from there. So 1, 2, 3 lines. Some people like that. So let's line up, and this is where I'm meant to be, okay? Let's get it wrong. I'm going to go a little bit further, and I'm going to stop here, okay? I'm going to turn it all the way in. I'm going to lock the wheel, check around me, nice and safe. Okay, and as I go back, I'm gonna have a look at my camera, and I will be over. You can see there's a gap and it's wrong there, but I'll show you how to fix that in a minute. Stop when the car is straight, nice and straight. Okay, now you have 2 options. You can go forwards from here, or you can carry on going back. So I'm gonna carry on going back a little bit until the red line. I'm gonna max out how much space I've got. Okay, now a little tip you can do. All of these bays are in line. So imagine, all I need to do is pretend I'm going into that bay in front, and that means I'll be in the same bay behind, okay? I don't know if that makes sense, but lined up, I mean, okay? So let's just try and get into that bay. So I'm gonna look around, make sure it's safe. I'm gonna try and pretend. I'm not allowed to go in it though. And then I just use my judgment, and I just get my car straight, and I stop there. Done. Now look, I'm coming back. I'm almost in line. I'm inside in my round mirror, and I'm inside on that mirror. So if I go back just literally just straight, I should be able to make it. I know I just got to make a few adjustments, and then we come back. Nice and easy, and done. Okay, now look, I'm inside by a little, that's fine, I'm in. In is in, okay? And I'm inside here by a little bit more, but I'm in. Both sides I'm in, job done, that is a pass. Okay, now let's see if when I do that wrong again, okay? You now need to learn about turning to the gaps. Okay, so let me get this wrong. I'm going to go into one of the bays. I'm going to get my reference wrong. I'm going to turn it. Doesn't matter where we're going, because I'm going to get it wrong anyway. Okay, now let's see. We are here, okay? Right. So we max out the space, we come back. You can clearly see I'm not inside the bay. And instead of doing that other method, I'm going to show you another method now, okay? We're going to go forward straight. Okay, all right, no one's there. These are different options, so you have different ways of doing it, and you can pick whichever you like. Okay, so now we're at the end. Now I'm going to go into reverse. Now I'm bang in the middle. That's going to be harder for you lot, but anyway, now I've got the option of picking that bay or that bay. because I'm completely in the middle. If I was more this side, I would have picked that bay. If I was more that side, I would have picked this bay. Now I'm in the middle, I can just pick whichever I want. So let's say, for example, I go this way. So I will always turn to the gap. So wherever the gap is. So for me, the gap is this way. Okay, this is where all the gap is. Because my car is here, I need to fill that gap. So fill the gap. So you turn to the gap. Okay, you know they say on the train station, the tube station, please mind the gap. But on this, I'm going to be like, please turn to the gap. Okay, so the gap is that way. I'm turning that way. There are no opposites. Okay, do not think that you're in reverse, so you do the opposite. No, you want to fill the gap on that side, you turn that side. Okay, so I'm going to turn the wheel, full turn, look around me. All right, this car coming, there you go. That's why the check-in is so important. All right, look around and slowly. Now in my car is an easy cheat reference. If you guys have this car, use this line and literally just get it close to the white line, and we stop just before we get to about there. Okay, and then all I have to do from here is I just turn it all the way back. Later on you can use different references in your cars, but the main takeaway from this is that you just stop when you're straighten your wheel and come back. Okay, now we are stopped. Okay, so have a look. I'm in. I don't know if you can see it. I'm pointing, I can see it, but I don't know if it's coming out on the camera or not. Anyway, and then I'm in on this side. All right, so that's how you fix the bay parking. You turn to the gap. So let's say, for example, I messed this up and I am now a little bit here. Okay, let's say I'm here. So let's go into reverse gear. Let's see how you guys do this now. Right, which bay am I more in, this one or this one? You guys work it out. Okay, clearly I'm in this one more. Where is my gap? Here. Okay, you can see that gap. So I want to fill the gap, so I'm going to turn which way? That way, because that's where the gap is. I'm pointing, literally there's no opposite. Wherever you point, that's where you turn. Look, I'm just following my hand and my finger there. Now I'm going to use the checking. I'm going to use that little reference I have. Okay, I'm going to bring my curve line to the white line there. I stop, there's a little gap like that, and then I turn the opposite. One thing with the steering, if I turned left, you must turn right to balance your car out. You have to be fair. Okay, I tell some of my students, you know, like if you've got kids and you give one a chocolate, you have to give the other a chocolate. Okay, so you have to be fair. All right, if I turn left fully, I turn right fully. If I turn right fully, I turn left fully until my car gets straight. Okay, a straight car, God, there's so much noise going on, me talking and this bleeping going on. Now you can tell my car is straight car, straight wheel. Okay, make sure if you go back, you go back straight. Okay, I'll give you another thing about this in a second. Okay, now I'm gonna go forwards again, and I'm gonna show you one thing with the steering wheel. Okay, so now I'm gonna point the camera down a little. Okay, now the steering wheel will look straight in 3 positions. Okay, I need to make sure that I can see what you can see, just so I'm not wasting my breath. Give me a second. Right, so okay, so now if I'm looking down at the camera, cool. Okay, so that's fine. So the steering wheel will look the same in 3 positions. Okay, straight, 1 turn to the right, and if I straighten it up again, 1 turn to the left. Okay, now how do you know which way the steering wheel is? Okay, so now there's a couple of ways of knowing it, right? Let me just see if I can see it all in the camera. If I zoom it out a little now, just bear with me. And okay, so now if I sorry, I'm just trying to set it up so you guys can see. Okay, right, so now when I move the car should move straight. So now we're going to kind of look at both things. Okay, I'm trying to see let me put that there so I can see exactly what I'm seeing. Right, so when I move back, okay, as I go back straight, my car should go straight. I don't know if you can see outside if it's going straight or not, so bear with me. So now as I go back, let's look at the camera here, it might help you. Okay, let me take this off for a second. There we go. So now as I go back, okay, the car should move straight. There, did you notice it went straight? Now if I do 1 left turn, okay, right, now when I go back, watch what happens if it zooms in. The car goes at an angle. Maybe it's better if I watch that, if you see that. The car is moving now at an angle, okay? The moment it moves at an angle, you need to stop, otherwise you're going to be really off your reference and your markings and your lanes, okay? So the key is to learn and understand what's happening to your car. Is it going in a straight line? It's hard to tell and show you guys on this because the camera doesn't really pick it up as much, but I'm going back now. Okay, I'm going to look at the wheel, right, and that just turned off. Give me a sec. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the wheel, right? Imagine I turned one right turn here, okay? Now, which way should the car go? If I've turned it that way, the front will swing out, the back goes that way, okay? So I'm going to go back, watch the front of the car, or watch the back, I should say. Watch what happens. It's starting to turn in that way. You see it? Hopefully you can see it in the camera. And everything's going wrong, okay? But you need to stop straight away. So for me, I don't know if you can tell now, if I do that, and I'm straight, as I go straight back, it should go straight back, easy, okay? Another way, if it's turned one turn here, and I didn't realize, for example, because it looks the same. If I go back and it moves wrong, stop straight away. For me already, I realized. So I go back, straight away you realize. Then you straighten the wheel, okay? You straighten the wheel and then you come straight back. So I don't know if that made sense. It's hard to do this when you're not in a lesson, because I can explain this to my students quite well. But on the video it's a little bit harder, so I hope that's helped a bit. But anyway, that's that. Let's go and do another one. Let's try and get it in. There's another car coming, so I'm just going to reverse back. One important rule: do not go past that back line. It's not allowed at all, okay? You go past it, it's over. All right, everything else can be sorted out and fixed, but you can't go over that front bay line or back bay line, okay? So now I'm gonna go back out. Let's have a look around. Let's do a reverse bay park. I'm not going to look at any references, and I'm going to now reverse in to any bay. Okay, let's just see what happens. And I'm looking out slowly. I think my camera is going to be too low. Let me check. That's it. Where did I put the thing on? Where's it gone? Hopefully you guys are keeping track of this. I don't know, I'm just waffling on, so I don't know if it's making any sense. And now I'm looking around, I'm looking out. I could put the windows down, that might help you guys see a bit better. But now you can see here, look. Now, you can also stop when you have distance, okay? There's another way of doing this now. So there's so many options, there's so many ways of doing it. You just gotta find a way that you prefer. So now if you look here, I know where the gap is. So if I'm already coming back, look at the gap here, massive gap here. I need to fill that gap. So which way am I going to turn? That way. Yes? So I'm going to turn it all the way that way. I'm going to use my references. Oh, I keep saying references. I'm going to use, check around me. I'm going to get my reference to that point there. Stop. Okay, so a little bit of a gap. And I'm going to turn it all the way back. And that is how you fix it before getting in fully, okay? So those are a couple of ways. You either fix it before you get in, or you fix it by going forwards and then coming back. So if I wanted to go forward, I was in anyway. If I wanted to go forwards and then I'm all the way here, and then I reverse back and I can go. Let's do this. Say I want to go into that bay there, all the way there. How would I do that? So which way would I turn? Think about where the gap is. It's that way. So I turn that way, no opposite. Look, I'm turning that way. Oh, all right, turning that way. So I turn that way. Really simple, okay? So now I turn it all the way in. I look around. There isn't much space, so I might not get in, but let's see. I get my reference point to that bit there, and then if I locked it left, I lock it right. Okay, so look around. People are looking at me. Is that why is a driving instructor bay parking? All right, and now I'm just gonna look there. Look, you don't have to focus on the camera, don't get me wrong, just so that you guys can see hopefully what I can see. And you can see in the round mirror I'm getting in. As soon as I get straight, job done. And straighten my wheel, and then I come back. Ta-da! So I don't know if that's helped. I hope it has. If you need more clarification on it, let me know. Drop a message in the comments, and I can try and deal with those. But apart from that, it's really easy. So, you know, Forwards Bay Park, you go in. I'll do it again if you need to. You might be bored of me doing it, so if I just turn it all the way in, no one's around, look around, see if it's safe, and I've turned in and I've just got straight in. Okay, easy. So for me, like, you get rid of you kind of understand when to turn. I'm in on that side, all right? But let's say I didn't know how to do it. Okay, I look around, see if it's safe. Remember, for Forwards Bay Park, we want to be far. So I want to be far. If I want to go that way, I'm going to look around, see if it's safe. If this is a test, you do it like this. Straighten your wheel, signal left, make sure it's safe, line yourself up with your reference point, turn it all the way in. Slowly, do not do the maneuvers fast. You are there to kind of look around, do it safely, see if you get it in or not. Okay, let's say if I go in a bit more, I'll get it in, but I don't want to get it in. I'm in already. So this sounds a bit arrogant, but it's like hard to get it wrong. But it's just a habit of getting it in. So I'm in now and there. So say I wanted to make it a tiny bit more perfect. Let's see. So I look around, I come back a bit. She's going to move maybe in a bit. I keep it straight, go straight back. Okay, and brake, and then now see if it's safe. And I know there's a little bit of a gap there. I fill the gap. You always turn to the gap, and then you fill it up, and job done. Now I'm equal in both sides. So that's it. Hopefully that's helped you. I am going to go home now. I'm tired. So I hope that's helped. I was on my way home and I thought, you know what, I need to make this video. I've been meaning to do it for ages. I did the parallel parking one, but I need to do that one again as well. And I just hope this has helped. So yeah, hopefully see you guys on the next daily drive. Take care. See you later. Bye. Tell me also if you apply this method, if you find it handy and you've tried it with your teachers and stuff, and yeah, see if that helps. All right, speak to you soon. Bye. Stop.